Hi, this is Ian Watts. I'm from Blue Circle Photography. Today's video is going to be a little different because it isn't about photo editing, and really it's a follow-on from my last video about colour and luminosity and brightness and how they relate to each other. This is more of an exploration. I'm not sure I'm going to come to any conclusions here. But I just want to really explore what it is that makes colour, the different ways we can use colour and the different ways that we can change colour and the different ways that colour interacts. So is luminosity and brightness different? Some people seem to suggest that luminosity and brightness are the same thing. The one that I do like is really that brightness is fixed, as in brightness is the light that is emitted, and luminosity is perceived brightness. So luminosity is more about how our eyes view it. So for instance, and I spoke about this in the previous video in this series, this blue has a brightness of 100% and a luminosity of 30. Yellow also has a brightness of 100% but a luminosity of 98. We could change the colour slightly, but it's almost one of the brightest colours that there is. Okay. Let's just take that down to 0 to make sure it's pure yellow. I pressed enter by mistake. Okay, so pure yellow we can see has a luminance of 98, 100% saturation, 100% brightness. And in the previous video I did different ways to turn it black and white to show the different ways. So desaturating it just completely turned it to grey. If I desaturate it with 100% brightness, it goes to white. And if I also take the brightness down, we go down grey, almost to black. Okay, now notice that black has a luminance of 0. In fact, black, if I click on that, that's showing all the shades that have a luminance of 0, and we can raise these gradually and we can see the red, green, blue and the crossovers. We've got the magenta here, cyan here and yellow here gradually coming in as we raise the luminance. Notice that once we're at luminance 100, we're at pure white. So we know on the luminance scale, pure black has a luminance of 0, but so does very dark blue, and so does a very dark red, and various shades of red, and actually so does a very dark green, even though on this we can't see that it's green. Now, as I say, I'm not really coming to any conclusions here. This is an exploration of colour for me, and I'm more interested in people's comments afterwards who may understand more of me. I'm going to share this video in 1 or 2 places that I know people who've got more understanding of colour may have than me, and I would ask, please, if you've got comments, if you can comment on the YouTube video rather than where I've shared it, or comment on both, that would just keep all the comments central. So back to this exploration, really. So we're at luminance. Let's choose a colour. Let's just make sure it's pure. So we've got green, for example. Pure green, green at 255, red and blue at 0 gives us a luminance of 88. Okay? That's with a saturation of 100 and a brightness of 100, and the hue is 120. Now if I change the luminance of that, watch what happens. If I go down to darker colours, it's the brightness that is decreased and the saturation stays the same. So I'm reducing the luminance and the brightness is going down. Up until the point of where I'm back at luminance 86. Was it 86? 88. Back at the point where luminance is at 88. Pure green with 255 on the green channel, 0 on the red, 0 on the blue. But watch what happens if I take it up above that point. Now the saturation is going down. As the luminance goes up above green's natural luminance point, our saturation goes down. So if we move luminance down, brightness goes down. But if we take a colour's normal luminance colour and move it up, saturation goes down. Now I find that interesting. I don't really know what to make of it yet. This is the beginning really of the way I'm looking at things. Because certainly as a lot more people are talking about luminosity masking, I really wanted to know exactly what luminosity was. As you can see up here, I use Greg Benzer's Lumenzia, which is an excellent tool for creating luminosity masks, and I use luminosity masks. But I just never quite understood the difference between luminosity and brightness. Still not sure that I do. I think this is a quest that could take me an awfully long time to really grasp. But I just find it very interesting. If we do the same with red, pure red has a luminance of 54 at 100% saturation and 100% brightness. And again, if we take it down, we're reducing brightness and saturation stays at 100%. And if we move it up, brightness stays at 100% and saturation goes down until we come back to that point. Pretty much at the original colour that we were. So I'm interested in to hear what people think about this. I'm interested in to hear what people make of this. I still haven't really found a decent answer. So I'm going to post this video in 1 or 2 places, and I'm going to be interested in to hearing what you guys think. So thank you very much for listening. Please subscribe if you like my channel. Give me some support, and I'll keep doing these videos. Okay, thank you very much. Bye bye.